To start today, I want to talk about what trick-or-treating was like for me and my siblings. I had 5 younger siblings, and back when I was young enough to go trick-or-treating, it was a blast. I remember going out with the pillowcases or the little pumpkin buckets and collecting a ton of loot. If the little pumpkin buckets actually weren't enough, the neighborhood had a few houses too that gave the full-size candy bars, the good stuff. One of my favorite parts of Halloween night was getting back from trick-or-treating and dumping out all the loot onto the floor and sorting it. I used to sort the different types of candy bars, separate the chocolate from the hard candy, and count up what I had. Then I would engage with a little bit of trading with my siblings. Some of them liked candy I didn't like, and some of them had a bunch of my favorite, which would be Twix. And after that, we got to enjoy some of the candy, but my parents had a few rules in place. One of the rules was you couldn't have too much candy all at once, but there were fun rules too. Like the day after Halloween, you got to have a Halloween candy after your breakfast. There was like no other day out of the year we got to have dessert after breakfast. And you'd have one after lunch, and after dinner the next day, you'd get a candy after lunch and one after dinner. Subsequently after that, you'd typically get one candy a day until it was gone. Now, just because there were rules doesn't mean that the rules weren't broken. It became a tradition for my parents to have to take our Halloween candy and hide them because, well, some of us didn't want to pace ourselves when it came to candy consumption. We wanted to have a little bit more, and we wanted to have it a little bit sooner. So my parents found all sorts of creative hiding spaces, and we would go hunting for our Halloween candy if we weren't wanting to follow the rules. Hi, Mom. Anyway, it was interesting to see how our behavior actually impacted how long our candy lasted. Some of us would go through the candy very quickly, and others, like my brother Jonathan, were very good at pacing their candy out, and they'd probably still have some come Christmas time. There were days Jonathan would even skip candy because he didn't want it. That's not even a phrase in my vocabulary. I thought this was extreme until I met my wife. She probably still has some candy from 10th grade. Anyway, different natures lend themselves to delaying gratification in order to spread out the joy differently. Some of us went whole hog and wanted to get it out of the way. Some of us saved it for a long time. And some of us saved it so long that the candy would go bad. Sad. No matter how you shake it, when you compare different methods for candy consumption, there are trade-offs. And I want you to remember that as we move into the main topic later.